Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to wait for you guys to come in. Let me know if you're tuning in for the first time. Comment in the box. Say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, good morning, Shay Shay. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Jamie on YouTube. I'm doing wonderful, thank you. Hey, New York. What part of New York? I'm a New Yorker myself. Good morning, M Rio. Hello, Lexi. Oh, show from England. Hi, good morning. Eats by Nikki in Florida. What kind of food? What kind of food do you have, Nikki? Can I order? I'm in Florida right now. Um, let's see. All right, guys. Good morning, Sonia from Ohio. Hi, Chebe. Um, hi, Annie says this is my first time from Katy. Katy, Texas? Cool. Good morning, Macedonas. Good morning, Shader, my husband. Why are you on live? Okay, guys. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aisha Chidole. I'm an immigration attorney and I represent clients all over the United States with their family immigration matter. Your location doesn't matter if you're outside the country and you want to immigrate via family. I'm your girl. I'm happy to help you. My phone number is 407-995-6567. And you can also send a WhatsApp 404-333-8751. So today I'm just ready to answer your questions, guys. I have about maybe 20 minutes. So let's just jump right into it. Today I'm just doing frequently asked questions. You can ask me those questions you've been sending me in my DM so that other people can learn from you. You definitely want to share this live so that other people that have questions can come in and ask. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning, Sharice from Florida. Good morning, Yonkers from Washington. Good morning, Fafo Beef. Good morning, Kulujo. Okay, so let me see what questions I have here. Dreezy Abdul says, how much does it take to petition for a 6-year-old in Nigeria? So, Dreezy, your question and answer, your answer depends on what exactly the 6-year-old is being petitioned for. But you can definitely call to schedule a consultation with me and we can go over what the 6-year-old qualifies for. Are you applying as a sibling? Are you applying for the person as a parent who's a US citizen? And all of that stuff. So that would depend. So definitely call my office 407-995-6567 and we can discuss that. Kosher Play on Instagram says, can I file for VAWA when I haven't gotten a 2-year green card? Absolutely. So you can. VAWA, the whole point of VAWA is to give you a green card if you don't have a green card. However, you still have to meet the requirements, which for those of you who don't know, because I know there's some people here who are tuning in for the first time, or have never heard about VAWA, is basically a relief that USCIS gives you, allows you to basically get your green card if you've been experiencing abuse or extreme cruelty from your U.S. citizen spouse, green card holder spouse, U.S. citizen child who's over the age of 21. So a parent can get it that way, or children who experience it from their step parent or their parent that are U.S. citizens or green card holders. Okay. Um, Okay, so this is a very good question. Annie says, I'm currently unemployed. I have an approved I-360 and I want to file an I-485 for my 15-year-old child. Can I get a fee waiver for the 485 and pay biometrics? Excuse me. First of all, congratulations on your I-360 approval, which I'm assuming is on the basis of VAWA. There are different people file out I-360s for different reasons. Like, for instance, some people can file that because they're widow or widower, but I'm going to make the assumption that yours is based on VAWA. So the thing is, yes, technically you could apply for a fee waiver, but Is there a likelihood that your fee waiver will be denied? Yes. Like, I've literally not seen anybody's fee waiver get approved. Like, I literally don't know what they need to see that people cannot afford the filing fees. So what I would recommend is that you just try and save, and just cut the delay process and just get the filing fee, because it's virtually impossible to get a fee waiver in the current climate. That started during Trump's administration, but it's just never changed, you know? Okay, so this person says, I got married to a US citizen. He doesn't work. I have an ITIN number and pay taxes and work. Can we file taxes together? Yes, you can file taxes together. But what is the reason your spouse is not working? Those are one of the things that cause red flags for immigration interviews. So if you're married to like a lot of times, the perception of you as a married couple plays a role, um, you know, um, in how you're viewed. Let me put it this way: if they see you as a respectable person working super hard, like let's just use you as a female, because that's the stereotype, and you have a spouse, they're unemployed, they're not working, they're not doing anything, they've not been doing anything for a while, they've not been able to keep a job, automatically, I want you to prepare that you might have a very tense interview. You might have a Stokes interview. Stokes interview is where they separate you, because they're going to want to know, well, what are you doing with this person? Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, so if they see you as somebody that works hard and blah, 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 and the person just doesn't seem like your equal or somebody that they expect you to be dating, prepare for that. It's different if the US citizen, maybe they have had jobs, it just so happens that they just got laid off and they're looking. But if it's somebody that's not able to keep her job, because one of the things they ask you for in your I-130 is your work history, so if they're just seeing that the person is just really a loser, I'm not saying your husband is, I'm just giving that as an example. These are things that could potentially make them really drill you. So make sure, so yes, you can file for taxes, but make sure that your husband or your spouse is active, or your wife, whatever, is actively looking for work. That's the US citizen person, because yeah, you can use a joint sponsor, but again, they're looking at you guys, as a whole and how you match, if that makes sense. Okay. Shay Talk says, this is Amatake. I contacted you and it seems like my life is about to change. I have made 3 referrals. Oh my goodness, you're the best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She says, feel like you're the best lawyer out there. Thank you so much. Okay. So Sonia says, as a green card holder, this is Sonia on Facebook. As a green card holder, how long can you be outside the States and still maintain continuous presence in the United States? Less than 6 months. So you definitely want to, like, I don't know how far along you are in your green card process to becoming a US citizen, but you definitely want to not stay for more than 6 months, because you could basically technically restart your time. So just, go and come, and then once you've been here for, I don't know if you're doing it based on marriage or just based on, having your green card for 5 years, after 2.5 years, then, just get your citizenship so that you can be out as long as you want. Maddie Lagunda said, glam lawyer. Thank you. Thank you. Blue for the Bullet said a friend has a pending I-130 for a year and it's finally got approved and he's filing for VAWA. Can he transfer the priority date and continue the process? Will the VAWA process start all over? Okay, so it depends on his spouse. Is his spouse a U.S. citizen? If his spouse is a U.S. citizen, the priority date is irrelevant. If his spouse is a green card holder, as of right now, the priority date is also irrelevant because visas are currently active for green card holders. So technically, they can file for VAWA today, before the next visa bulletin comes out. I think March is still current. So basically, they need to do it before April if the person is a green card holder. But otherwise, they wouldn't worry about the priority date. We wouldn't worry about the priority date if, let's say, visas are not current for a green card holder, or if it's a child that's about to age out, or like age out meaning like they filed when they're like 19, and by the time they approve they're 21, then we use a priority date to do the calculation. Okay, let me see. Okay, so Prince, Facebook says, I have a green card for over 3 years now, and we've been filing for our taxes jointly, and my I-750 is still pending. You mean your I-751? Is that what you mean? I'm thinking that's what you mean. It's still pending for over a year now. We decided to file our taxes separately this year. Hope it won't be a problem. So what he's talking about is that he has a 2-year green card, and he's trying to file for removal of conditions. And you want to know if filing separately this year of 2021 will be a problem. So let's start with the first thing about pending. Right now, most conditional green cards are literally taking 2 years for them to make a decision, which is why, as of last September, anybody that had any pending case got a new 24-month extension, which starts not from the date you got the letter, but starts from the date on your card that expires. So let's clarify that, because I know it confuses a lot of people. So if it's pending for over a year, you're still well within the time requirement. Now, if you guys are filing your taxes separately, the question is why? As long as you have a good reason. But if you're filing it separately, you still want to file married filing separately, unless you guys are separated. So you don't want to go filing single or head of household, because they could call you for an interview, and they could ask you for, not could, they always ask you, well, do you have any other bona fides or anything else to share? That would be good to share if you have it. You don't have to share it if you have other strong bona fides, but just file separately. But you can file married filing separately if you must, and let it be that you have a good reason, while you're filing separately, because, you don't want the tax liability or whatever the reason might be. Okay. Fafa says, can I call in today? I need to talk to you. Okay, yeah, you can call and schedule consult. I don't think I have any time today, but call and schedule, okay? Let's see. All right. All right, let's see. If your U.S. citizen spouse is working and you're not working due to you not having the authority to work, can you still apply for taxes with your spouse? So let me start by saying I'm not a tax advisor. I don't advise people on taxes. However, people do. If you have an ITIN number, or if you have a social security number because either you came in here as an F1, J1, M1, or something else that H2B, something else that basically gave you a social security number, you can certainly file taxes with your spouse. We have many clients that file taxes with their spouses. So that's not a problem. And then if you don't have a social security or ITIN number, and this is your first time filing for a green card, it's also okay if you're not able to file with your spouse for taxes, but you still want to show other things that you guys have together that shows that your marriage is legitimate. And when I say your marriage is legitimate, because a lot of time when I say, okay, what are the bona fides you have, like if I say that to like somebody that I'm consulting with, they would say, well, we have a marriage certificate. A marriage certificate does not prove you have a legitimate marriage, a bona fide marriage. All a marriage certificate does is prove that your marriage is legal in your state. But, well, that's also dependent on if you were divorced and divorced properly. That's a different story. But when we say, or when USCIS says, prove your marriage is legitimate, prove you have a bona fide marriage, basically what they want to see is, what evidence do you have to support that you and your spouse entered into this relationship and are living like a normal married couple, and not to circumvent immigration? Like, i.e., did you guys buy a house together? Are you renting a place together? Do you have health insurance together? Did you buy a car together? Cell phone bills, are you guys on the same plan? Utility bills, pictures, vacation trips, hanging out with family. I'm just giving you different examples. So that's what that is. Safest signature says, can I file for my child back in home country when putting in my green card application? So it's going to be two different processes. If you're here in the United States, you'll be doing an adjustment of status. You can file, but your spouse can file for your child. Well, first of all, I don't know what type of petition you qualify for. But I'm just going to assume it's a marriage-based petition. If it's a marriage-based petition, then you know, if you know, so if it is a marriage-based petition, then you can your spouse can petition for your child while at the same time petitioning for you, but two different processes, because you're going to be going to two different service centers if you're doing a standalone versus an adjustment of status. Ever Blessed says, can you answer my question? Well, where's your question? Let me see if I can find it. I can't find your question. Oh, okay, I see it. She says, hey, Ms. Chidoe, what if you start a vow petition and your husband decides to be good and do a marriage-based petition, and then he starts getting back to his violent ways? Can you do the vow petition after? Listen and listen carefully. This is for all of you. If you have a spouse that is abusive to you and you submit a vow petition, do not, and I repeat, do not withdraw your vow petition. Regardless of whether or not the person all of a sudden, forgive me, I will be better, let's get back together, and I will file for you. Let me tell you the reason why, and this is my personal opinion, and what I would advise any of my own clients to do. A lot of times, part of abuse is part of control. When a spouse feels that they're able to control you when they need to, because they have this big elephant over your head or over your chokehold, which is your immigration status, it allows them or gives them permission to treat you poorly. I'm not saying all spouses, I'm talking to people that are in abusive marriages. So if you qualify for VAWA on your own, self-petition, even if they change, even if you work things out, even if you get back together. One, because that person will never be able to take that away from you. First of all, you shouldn't be disclosing it with your spouse for your own safety. That's number one. But that person is not going to be able to take that away from you, because, or at least that if they threaten you or try to say, oh, I'm going to call immigration or whatever, you at least can sleep like a baby, knowing that you have submitted this petition and you qualify on your own, whether or not the person chooses to withdraw or not. Let me tell you something. I have seen clients where their spouse has applied for them like 3 times. And each time, right before the interview, they withdrew the petition. Work things out, withdraw the petition, or attend the interview and literally sabotage. Like, I'm so traumatized about an interview that I personally experienced, where I could see the spouse sabotaging the client. There's only, the thing is, if a spouse is saying something else, I as an attorney cannot step in. I can only step in if an officer is, acting up. And I was flabbergasted, watching this happen. And, this was the second time that person was filing for them. So the short answer to your question is no, do not. If they want to file, if you want to let them file because you want them to believe that there's no other petition pending, that's your business. Let them file it, but do not withdraw your valid petition. Okay, guys. One more question, and then I got to go. I know, right? Nikia said it's so sad. Yeah, it is sad. Okay. So let me close out with Sandra Hutchinson's quote. It says, she's trying to say people or leopards do not change their spots. They're going to go back to the same devious ways. Exactly. And that's just how it is. Like, we've had, like, I can't tell you how many times we've had it. And it's not that I don't believe that people have the capability of redemption and the capability of changing, because that's not true. As a Christian, I believe that people can change their ways and become better human beings. Oh, I think I lost you all on Instagram. But still, you still have to be very mindful and use wisdom to make decisions that are concerning to you, and not worry about that partner changing or not. All right, guys, I got to jump off. Camille Land says, you overlooked my question. Well, you can call me and schedule a consultation. I can't get to every question here. but I'm happy to schedule a consultation with you if you have a matter that I can assist you with. My number is 407-995-6567. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.